My name is Rupashri and I'm from School of Physics, currently doing the Pure Physics program. I'm a first year and my task in this project is to present our topic for discussion.
Everyone, I'm Chandran, a first year student from Pure Physics. My role in this video is I'm a scriptwriter. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syahidatul Farhanah, binti Mazlan, first year student of School of Physics and majoring in Applied Physics. And I'm an editor.
Hey everyone on the interwebs. Today I'm going to be talking about MagLev trains. How many of you heard about MagLev trains? Now I'll give a second to think about it. It's kind of a new thing right now, but don't worry if you haven't heard of them or don't know anything about them. Today, my job is to talk to you guys about MagLev trains. So let's jump right into it. What is a MagLev train? You are probably asking yourself. Let me clarify. A maglev, or a magnet levitation train, very interesting name, I do say so myself, is a vehicle for land transportation that is supported by either electromagnetic attraction or repulsion. Maglevs were conceptualized in the early 1900s by American professor and inventor Robert Goddard and French-born American engineer Émile Bachelet. Sorry if I am butchering the names, I'm not really good with foreign names. Maglevs have been in commercial use since 1984, so it took around 80 years for maglevs to be fully idealized and in commercial use. And that is something very interesting to think about, in my opinion, because both Robert and Émile were so advanced in their ideas that it took 80 years for those ideas to be a reality. Now, let me continue again. Maglevs incorporate a basic fact about magnetic force, which is, say, magnetic poles repel and opposite poles attract. And these forces are used to lift, propel, and guide the train over a track. Now, I'm going to be talking about how maglev trains work. This is the part that you're most probably most interested in. The science behind maglev. Maglev propulsion and levitation involves the use of superconducting materials, electromagnets, dimagnets, and rare earth magnets. There are two types of maglevs. The first type being electromagnetic suspension, or EMS for short, and the second type being electrodynamic suspension, EDS for short. I'm going to explain EMS first. EMS uses the attractive forces between magnets present on the sides and the underside of the train, as well as the guideway, to levitate the train. A variation of EMS called transrapid employs an electromagnet to lift the train off the guideway. The attraction from the magnets present from the underside of the vehicle that wrap around the iron rails of the guideway keep the train about 1.3 or 0.5 inches above the guideway. That's for EMS. It's a very simple concept. Now I'm going to explain EDS. In an EDS system, magnets are used to repel the train from the guideway. These magnets are supercooled and superconducting and have the ability to conduct electricity for a short amount of time after the power being cut. The charge of the magnetic coils of the guideway in an EDS system repel the charge of the magnets on the underside of the train. So it levitates off the guideway typically about 1 to 10 centimeters. That's the usual range. Trains that use EDS are usually a little bit slower to lift off, so they have wheels that must be deployed to help them. But once levitated, however, the trains move forward by propulsion provided by the guideway coils, which are constantly changing polarity owing to the alternating current that is used to power the system. Now, let's talk about the pros and the cons of a maglev train. Yes, nothing is perfect in this world. Even something as amazing as a maglev train has its pros and its cons. Let's start with the pros, shall we? The primary advantage of a maglev train is maintenance, or the lack of. Since the train floats along the guideway, there is no contact with the ground, thus won't need any moving parts. As a result, there wouldn't be any components that would wear out. So in theory, the train and the tracks wouldn't need any serious maintenance. The second advantage of a maglev train is that it floats, thus there is no friction, but do note that there is air resistance. It still exists. Next, maglev trains produce less noise because there are no wheels along the track. However, there is noise due to air resistance. Finally, maglev trains are well known for their high speeds. Imagine being able to travel to places but with a fraction of the current travel time. Now, moving on to the disadvantages. First one, maglev trains are bound to be more costly than conventional railway. Plain and simple. Using new concepts are going to be more costly at the start. Second, the lack of existing infrastructure. For example, if a maglev train was built between two cities, only those two cities are able to use the train. In conclusion, maglev trains will soon be the new mode of transportation. Several obstacles along the way, but nothing is impossible. Since there is no engine, no wheels, no pollution, new energy sources floating in the air, this concept has taken decades to develop, and recently its true function has been achieved. This seriously sounds like something from Harry Potter, but it's not magic, it's science. This is all for our topic on maglev trains. Hope you guys learned something and enjoyed it as well. Bye bye!